everyone, welcome back to my channel, and as you can tell from the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about journaling, how does it help and how I journal, and finally I will end this video by giving you a few tips and tricks that would help you guys incorporate journaling into your day-to-day life. And if that's something that you want to watch, this is definitely the video for you. I've actually made like few notes so that I don't miss anything. I would say I am qualified to make this video because these are my journals from the past 5 years, I would say. So according to Google, journaling is the practice of recording your thoughts, feelings and experiences in a journal or a notebook. So the first time that I wrote my thoughts was when I was in 4th grade. I remember that I had gotten my math scores and I'd gotten 21 out of 25, and that was my lowest score ever, and I was so scared to show that to my mom. I had written it on a piece of paper and I had kept it in my bag, and unfortunately one of my relatives read it and that information was passed to my mom, and I was so traumatized by that event that I never picked up a journal after that. I started journaling again during lockdown, and that has been the best decision of my life. How does journaling actually help you? It helps you with clearing your thoughts. On a day-to-day basis, you're thinking millions of thoughts, and half the time you're not even aware of what you're thinking. When you write it down on a piece of paper, you're actually being aware of what you're thinking. If you are an anxious person, writing down whatever has been on your mind really helps. It gives you a sense of clarity and calmness over the situation. Imagine something's been on your mind for quite some time now and you don't know what to do, and you go to a friend for advice. But instead of doing that, the next time I want you to write down and ask why this is happening, and you'll get an answer. Keep asking yourself why, and why is that affecting you until you get that answer. And trust me, the advice you seek from your friend is within yourself, and most of the times the advice that you get from yourself is better than what others suggest you to do, because they're obviously telling you or giving you advice based on their situation and based on what they've been through in their life. And how is that even correlating with your problems and your life? The only person who can solve your problems is you, and journaling helps you figure that out. So writing things down actually strengthens your memory, and it can also be used as a way to document your life. Imagine you get to read about the way you felt about a certain situation long after you've forgotten about it. That is so cool. And again, it also helps with manifestation and goal setting. Goals doesn't necessarily have to be this big goal, oh, I'm going to be a billionaire this year. No, it can be like the smallest thing. You could be like, I'm going to be grateful for all the things that I have in my life. Or you can start by, okay, I'm going to think positively today. Let's talk about how I journal and how it has changed over the years. When I started out, and I had like a lot of journals for different things, and one of them was gratitude journal. I used to write things that I'm grateful for. It does not have to be some huge thing. I'm just going to read out what I've written here. Okay, so the first thing I've written here is, I am grateful for my laptop. I love it. I am grateful for my 17th birthday. I am grateful for Zayn's new album. I used to have a gratitude journal before, as you guys saw, but then I thought it was becoming very superficial. So what I do right now is I have this one prompt that I stick to. I actually heard Simone Square talk about it. The prompt is, how is the universe hugging you right now? When I'm answering that question, sometimes I literally cry. I'm like, oh my god, thank you, I'm so grateful, and all that. Another popular way of journaling is to simply pick up a book and a paper and to write. In this book, I don't know what I've written, and it's really not organized. I've just filled up these pages, and that's what you do. You just simply pick up a book and start writing, and that's called journaling. You can literally write anything and everything in your journal. It does not have to be something monumental. You can literally go to a park today and you can write about it, and you can also talk shit about people and they wouldn't know. And if you don't really know what to write, you can always search up for prompts, and I will display a few of my favorite prompts on the screen. When I use prompts, I like to make it more specific for the specific areas of my life. Feel free to pause the screen and go through all the prompts that I've displayed. You can also use journaling as a creative outlet. you can get stickers, you can print out pictures, you can use color pencils and just make it like a whole activity and make your journal aesthetically pleasing if you have spare time, obviously, and if that's what you want to do. Another thing that I like to do when I'm journaling is I like to print out pictures. So instead of a vision board, I have a vision book. So every time I want to visualize my future, I just open this book and go through all the pictures that I've printed out. I like to imagine or visualize myself in that situation. That has helped me manifest many things into my life. That's something that's worked for me. Now let's talk about the tips and tricks, what to do and what not to do. First thing that I would like to tell you guys is please don't make it a chore. Don't make it like a routine thing where you are going to journal every day. I mean, it's good if you journal every day. Don't force yourself to do it, because what's going to happen is you're going to force yourself for a day, for a week, or even a month, and later you'll be like, okay, this is not for me, and you're just going to quit. Instead, start journaling when you want to talk about something, when you want to express something, or start journaling when you feel like writing. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm telling? Yeah. And if you're worried about someone reading your journal, I would say start writing digitally at least. There are many wonderful apps that are available for journaling, and so start journaling digitally. This is the most important trick. Okay, all you need to do is pick up a book, pick up a pen, start writing. That's literally it. Another thing is, do not read your journal. Do not read until it's been like a year or so. Minimum is a year. Before that, I would advise you not to pick your journal up, because most of the times you might just find it cringe, especially if you've written about something traumatic that has happened in your life. It's going to just bring everything up and it's not a good feeling. So I would say do not read until you're over that situation. Do not read until it's been at least a year. Another thing that I noticed when I started journaling was I used to write about negative things a lot, because it used to help me get my mind off of certain situations. So I used to write about all the traumatic events in my life and not the positive stuff, because I'm like, oh, I will write it tomorrow, and I just used to forget about it. So I would advise you to write both negative and positive things in your life equally. Do not be like, okay, I need to journal because this is blowing my mind off and I need an outlet. Write both positive, negative, everything that happens in your life. And the only rule is that there is no rule. There is literally no rule. You can write about whatever you want and nobody's going to read it unless you become famous and your journals are published. Nobody's going to read it. So when I started journaling, I had a lot of time because obviously it was lockdown. So I had like different books for different things. I had a manifestation journal, I had a book journal, I had a song journal because I used to write songs, and I used to have a picture journal, gratitude journal, and all that. Right now, I just don't have time for it. So what I do is I combine everything and I just have one single book. So in one page, I could literally be spilling tea or like talking shit about people. And another page, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so grateful for this amazing life. Another page has some affirmations, quotes from my favorite books, and song lyrics from my favorite songs and all that. And I just have one notebook for everything. Yeah, it does not have to be organized, and if you want to make it aesthetically pleasing, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. And you're not going to see the results immediately, but once you stick with it, you're going to see a positive shift in your mindset. I hope this video helped you guys and you start journaling after watching this video. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.